Hello everyone, I'm Will and welcome to the Brick Zone. This is LEGO Lone Ranger set number 79107, Comanche Camp. The set included 161 pieces and was originally released in 2013. The main build of the set is this Teepee, and as far as I know, we haven't gotten a Teepee from LEGO since the old Western theme, so it's nice to get a new one. I personally think this one is well done. It's mostly made from 2 plastic sheets, mixed in with some bricks and Technic pieces, which we'll get to. But from what we can see here, there are a lot of details along the side in those tribal paintings that you can see. And I will zoom in a little bit so you guys can get a better look at those. And they're really interesting and, you know, add some realism to the teepee and make it more believable. And on either side of the teepee, you can see there are some slits here, which you can open up. So they're just flaps for the minifigs to enter and exit the teepee. So there's one on that side, as well as this side. So, same deal. So it just gives you a little peek at what's inside. But if you want to go further than that, just really inside this thing, what you can do is, if you can see those 4 Technic pins on the sides, you can detach one half of the teepee, either this side or the other side, or all of it if you want. You can detach it and reveal the inside of the teepee. So if we take a closer look there, there's enough space to seat all 3 of the included minifigs, along with a nice fire and a fish. And in addition to that, you know, you have some textured bricks, you know, make it look like some wood and some dirt, with some tiles, maybe for some wood or something. So overall, it's really nice, and, you know, once you're done in there, you can just attach the side of the teepee back to the Technic pins, like so. And now it's closed again. So I think it's a pretty good teepee. My only complaint with it is the top. If you can see those red Technic pins, I think that's just really distracting and jarring. And I think an easy fix for that would have been to maybe include them in a brown color, you know, to simulate wood or something. But other than that, I think it's a pretty good build. And again, nice to get a teepee after so long. The second main build of the set is this small terrain piece. I think it's meant to simulate a hill or maybe a big mound of dirt or rocks or something. As you can see here on the back, that's part of it's a preview of the action feature to come. I don't think it works particularly well, but we'll get to that. And you can see, you know, there's a little grass piece there in the front, and, you know, there's some bones, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But as for the action feature, that part on the back, which you saw, you can pretty much tap it with your finger, and scorpions are supposed to pop out. Keyword being supposed to. There you go. Yeah, it doesn't work that well. But there are 3 scorpions in there, and they do pop out if you slam that thing hard enough or just enough times. But as you saw, you know, they sort of get stuck, and it's not the smoothest mechanism, but I guess it kind of works. You can just put them back in there, and that's pretty much it. From left to right, the minifigs you get are Tonto, the Lone Ranger, and Red Knee. And they're all pretty well done minifigs. You can see Tonto has the crow on his head on the Jack Sparrow headpiece. He comes with a tomahawk. And Lone Ranger, he comes with the 2 new revolver pieces in silver. He has his signature white hat. And Red Knee, you know, I just gave him that bone piece. It's just an extra piece from the terrain piece I showed earlier. And here's a look from the back. And they do have double-sided heads, at least for Tonto and Red Knee. Not for Lone Ranger, since he has the open, space with the hat. But if you want, well, their heads are a little stiff, but here, I'll show it anyway. So that's the more serious look, Tonto having the happy face, and their double-sided expressions are more afraid. So, those are the minifigs. Last but not least, the set includes some additional accessories. The first one being this really cool canoe piece, and the second one being a weapon stand. The canoe is able to hold all 3 figures, which is great. And the weapon stand, as you can see there, holds a spear, a bow and arrow, and on the back, a quiver. Neither Red Knee or Tonto can wear the quiver because of their hair pieces, but if you wanted to, I guess you could put the quiver on the Lone Ranger. So there's a look at the canoe, and that's it. I don't remember how relevant any of this was to the film that was released, but as a Lego set, I think this is pretty good, like for a Western themed set. You get some rare things like the canoe and the teepee, but there are other things like, well, mostly the terrain piece with the scorpions, which I think are kind of lacking. I like the included minifigs, and the weapon stand is nice. So, for around 20 bucks, you get a lot, and I think that's good. So, pretty solid set. What did you guys think of the Lone Ranger movie, and what do you think of the Lone Ranger sets as opposed to just a new Western theme? Leave your comments below, like or dislike the video, and subscribe to the Brick Zone for more video reviews and stop motions.